This is going to be a little game of chess. Just looking for an opponent. Okay, so I'm black. And we're waiting for his opening move. There we go. Fairly standard. Standard response. Pawn opening. King's pawn opening. Oh my goodness, what's he thinking about? Oh, okay. So he's he's trying fools me or get my rook, something similar to that. So what's the best counter? And I could move my knight here. I don't want to move my pawn up one to here. I think that's a6. Yeah. Then he just takes this pawn. So this is going to be under attack when he moves his bishop out. And this is going to be under attack. So he wants me to move this pawn up on g7. Yeah, he wants me to move that one up so he can get the rook. I'm going to do that. Of course, I can't move pawn up on f7 because I'm moving into check. I could move my knight. He would still take that. No use there. I could move my knight here. And that protects the pawn. Yeah. So that protects the pawn there. He'll bring his bishop out now. I think. White bishop. So he's trying to attack the f7 pawn. No, attacking the pawn. Okay. So I think in that situation, I would just get rid of his queen. So I can move up now and attack here. I'm attacking that queen now. He can't take the pawn because he'd lose the queen, or if he took it with the knight, I would take his queen. So he's got to move back with his pawn, which is very limited movement. So you can't go to h6. You can go to g5. You can't go to f6. He can go one back, but I shouldn't be attacking that with my bishop. So it's not a good thing, I don't think, to move your queen out so fast. He might go for the queen exchange here. I don't think I would take it. If he moves one to the right, I think I can just advance a pawn. Yep, I can just advance a pawn. It gives further protection to the e5. It attacks his queen, pushes it further back. Yeah. His queen's very exposed right now. He needs to get some room for that queen. And if I can get my knight to d4, he's got to do something to... Yeah, so that's what I thought he would do. So I'm just going to... I mean, I can really throw caution to the winds here. I'm going to advance this to 2. So I'm attacking the pawn, which is unprotected. And I'm also attacking his queen with my bishop on c1. So he'll probably move just to... I think he can move... Well, where can he move? You know, he's limited here. He goes there. but he's not protecting that pawn. He's just moving to a safe space because he's got very few safe spaces to move to. So I've got the pawn. If I wanted the free pawn, I could take the free pawn. If I advance my knight here, if I advance my knight, he can take the pawn. But if I get to this square on h5, I'm attacking the queen again. Can't go to 3. Yeah, he can still do that. I'm going to take the pawn and open up this here. So I get a pawn from that. We might get it back, but I've opened up my D rank for the queen side. So pawn for pawn. Just gave my rook away. So Billy. I can take that, so that's not a problem. That's silly. I thought I gave a pawn him. I thought I gave my rook away there. I wasn't expecting a queen move, but he just moves straight into that. He gets the knight, but I'll take a knight for a queen any day of the week. And so I'm plus 6 points. Need to be careful what his knight can do. Knights are dangerous. I'm thinking just advancing my pawn 2. I don't think he can do anything much. I think I might just advance it 1. No, I'm going to attack his knight on there. That keeps I'm attacking the knight. It's not protected. He can move up to protect, but I want to keep some pressure on him. He moves back. I've got a nice line on the b2 pawn. Which if he moves his bishop sometime, then I get a rook. That was a silly move to lose his queen like that. I don't see him recovering from that. If that was me, I think I would resign. If I'd made such a major boo-boo. And all that came about because he moved his queen out very early in the game. So he's going to go back. Yeah, that's cool. Now I will advance pawn. So that's me protecting that. So if I'm going to castle, I want to castle on queen side. Whereas that's all opened up on the left hand side, but it's fairly closed on the right hand side. And he's so dead here, it's unbelievable. I don't know what you can even think about doing. Pawn up. Yeah, that's not doing anything. That's just, I think that's just to allow his bishop out to here on b5. But, really, if he goes there, yeah, he's going to lose a piece if he pursues this. So I'll just attack that. If he brings his, no, he doesn't lose a piece because I can't protect the pawn here. So he gets a check, but his knight's and I can move it. Yeah, I can attack with my bishop, so it's a bishop exchange, which I would take. So when you're ahead, in chess, then the more pieces you exchange, you're always ahead. The less pieces they have to work with to get their losses back. So he moves back. If he moves back, then what was the point of moving forward? He can go back, of course, to b3. Okay. So attacking the queen. he's then going to bring his bishop down, so I have to move the queen, but I can move the queen so that I'm attacking the knight. I can move to there, so I'm attacking. I don't think he can go anywhere that can cause me problems with this knight. Can't take anything. He can move to e7, e5. I can take with both those. He can take the pawn. He can't move his bishop out now because I would just take here. And this is just dilly-dally play, I would say. So I can attack knight and pawn here. So now I'm attacking the knight, I'm attacking the pawn. So he can just, he can just move back again. Well, he can't actually. His knight's nowhere to go, which is good. But he can defend. I think I would move my c2 pawn up one. That defends the knight and stops me going forward to attack the c2 pawn. That would be the move I would make. He's just throwing things away now. It's just so stupid. So I'm going to take with the queen on this. I know I can get a knight here, but let's see if I take that. Am I threatening checkmate? It's a good check anyway. We need to do something. No, I'm going to take the knight. Okay. So that's just an exchange. I get the knight. He brings his bishop out. Wow, amazing. He's now 9 points behind. He can't move, surely he can't take with his pawn because I would then just take his bishop on c1. And I'm still attacking that nice square on b2. So that doesn't do anything, that's just an exchange of pieces. I'm still attacking f2 as well. And I can just pile the pressure on b, now attacking on g2 as well. But more dangerous for him, I can move now to e4 with this let's see. Yeah. So moving to there, so he takes bishop, I can take back, and then he has to protect. That's okay as well, because I can just, in fact, what I can do is, I'm just going to castle there. So I think what I'll do is I'll go here. So if I go here, if he takes a bishop and he gets a rook, okay. So I'm just going to move my knight out to protect that there. So I'm still protecting that bishop now until I get castled. In fact, now my left hand side looking okay with the knight and bishop there, so I probably castle that side unless I could get some pressure on from going the other side. He's left that wide open on this rook on a1. If I can move my knight, then he's pretty much toasted. We're just looking for something a bit different to do. I mean, I could even take. I was going to take that pawn. He takes back with king. And check. Yeah, so I can attack. I'm going to go here and just directly attack there, but he can't move his bishop out because then I just take it. That's okay, but that leaves an easy check here. He doesn't have a pawn he can just move up, so he has to move king, or yeah, he has to move king. and I'm still attacking that rook, and he moves, I take the, so I got a rook now if I want it. Yeah, I think I'll take the rook. So I'm now 13 up. So he takes a bishop back for it, but a rook for a bishop, and I'm threatening the knight as well. He has to move his knight. And it's not, he can only move really to, I think, a3. I can just take, no I can't, pawns there. So I don't need to worry about that too much. So I'm going to check this side. So I'm still attacking that bishop. We probably take this bishop, we get a bit of an exchange here, but I've moved my king away from pin. Yeah, I thought he would have taken with it. Yeah, so I'm going to take with, just take with the pawn. $11 points up. So I'm thinking of going to d5, and then I'm attacking that knight. He can take, but if he takes knight, he takes knight. Yeah, it doesn't do me any favours. But what does do me a favour is if I can what's the best move? Yeah, I think I'll advance the knight. It's attacking that pawn and the check, and it also gives me my bishop attacking on gives me the bishop attacking the knight as well as the queen. So I can take, he takes, I take, and I'm okay with that. He's moving to there for some weird reason. He's attacking the rook now. I think I'm okay with that. As I think let's see. Yeah, so yeah, it's going to cost him a lot here. So I take there, he takes queen, I take rook, I get a rook and a knight for a queen when I'm already a queen up. So I think that gives me a good advantage. I think that's just silly. Check. It doesn't really change much. I mean, like if he takes the knight here, then I save my queen. So I'm not going to be too concerned about that. I'm just going to move there. It's a good king. So he takes queen. Gets the knight. So he takes my queen. I take his rook. He takes my knight. I take his pawn. That's silly. That is so silly. I mean, I can escape from there. Like I can check in here first of all. And even if I do lose my knight now, at least I've lost my knight to a. At least I lose it to. I get a pawn for it. So he moves out again. This is just all easy stuff now. So I just check here. He can't go one back. If he comes out the way, it's all good. Yep, I'm happy with that. So I can now, I've got his, I can just take his bishop now and just check there. Wait a minute. Yes, I mean I save my queen now. I just go there, and I still got a queen on the table. I'm 13 up. I'm attacking the bishop. I'm attacking the pawn. Well, he gets it with my. In fact, he gets it with his white bishop. Okay. Cool. That was bad. That was a mistake by me. So reorganize a bit. Yeah, I'm going to bring my knight back. +4. That was a mistake on the queen. Yeah, I'll take that because I can check here. Checkmate. I'll take that. All good.